It happened just 3 weeks ago. I was giving a keynote speech at a major tech conference. The lights were bright, cameras flashing, thousands of people watching. 20 minutes in, while talking about the future of sustainable energy, the world began to spin. At first, I thought it was the lighting or fatigue. I tried to push through. I always push through. But my words began to slur, my vision narrowed, and suddenly, everything went black. I collapsed, right there, on stage, in front of thousands. The man known for working 100 hours a week, for pushing human limits, flat on his back, helpless. When I woke up, paramedics were around me. The diagnosis was simple but sobering: extreme exhaustion, dehydration, and low blood pressure. In plain terms, I had pushed my body past its limit, and it finally said, enough. You can either treat that kind of moment as a fluke or as a warning. For me, it was a warning I could no longer ignore. For decades, I treated my body like a machine. Sleep is optional, food is fuel, rest is weakness. I built rockets and electric cars designed to last, but lived in a way that wasn't sustainable at all. The irony wasn't lost on me. As I lay in that hospital bed, hooked to IVs, I realized something I'd been avoiding for years. I am not a machine. I'm a human being, fragile, limited, and temporary. The doctor who treated me was a man in his 60s, calm, direct, and wise. He looked at me and said, "You high achievers always think you're special, that the rules of biology don't apply to you. But in the end, the body always wins the argument." His words hit hard, because he was right. I thought I was the exception, that I could outwork sleep, outthink fatigue, and ignore every signal my body sent. But you can't outrun biology. The body keeps score, and eventually it collects. As I recovered, I began to think about all the warnings I'd ignored. Friends who told me to slow down, family who said I looked tired, even my own doctor a year ago who said my stress hormones were off the charts. I dismissed them all. I thought discipline meant pushing through pain, that success required sacrifice, but now I understood sacrifice without balance isn't strength, it's self-destruction. A few days later, that same doctor gave me a simple plan: 8 hours of sleep, balanced meals, exercise, time away from screens, and regular rest. It sounded basic, almost too simple. My instinct was to nod politely and ignore it. But then I remembered the look on my son's face when he visited me in the hospital, the fear in his eyes. That was my wake-up call. My choices weren't just affecting me. They were affecting everyone who depended on me. So, I made a decision, not for the media, not for investors, but for myself. I started following the doctor's orders: real sleep, real meals, real rest. The first week was brutal. I felt like I was losing time, falling behind. But slowly, something changed. My mind cleared, my focus sharpened. My creativity, which I once believed required exhaustion, actually grew stronger. My relationships improved. I became calmer, more patient, more present. I realized that when your brain is rested, it works like a precision instrument. When it's tired, it's like trying to fly a rocket with broken navigation. A friend told me recently, the race has no finish line. That line stuck with me. I'd been living like life would begin after the next milestone, after the next success, but there is no after. Life is happening right now, and if you miss it, no amount of success can bring it back. 3 weeks later, I'm still learning. I still slip into old habits sometimes, but now I know what's at stake. I know that true strength isn't ignoring limits, it's respecting them. I know that health isn't a luxury, it's the foundation of everything we build. And I know that if we want to create a sustainable future, we first have to live sustainably ourselves. So if you're watching this and pushing yourself beyond what your body can handle, stop. Listen. Your body will always win the argument. Don't wait till you collapse to realize that. Take care of your energy, your mind, your health, because there's no innovation, no success, and no dream worth dying for.